This was our fourth DevOps Days DC, and it was just such a great event. We had really amazing talks both mornings about containers, security, DevOps and politics, and accessibility. From there, we went into the Ignite presentations. Khadijah's talk about disaster recovery it definitely was one of the standout talks of the Ignite talks. She has great stage presence, and of course, the story that she's telling about disaster recovery and how we have to approach disaster recovery in sort of the modern times was really, really impactful. I loved Elise and Lizzie's talk because the way that Elise and Lizzie sort of turned it into a conversation, it was a really fun and funny discussion around how the business and the technology trade-offs and how every roadmap and every plan that we set out with, once we put those plans into action, they quickly fall apart. It's still super good to have that plan, but just to understand we have to be resilient, we have to be flexible to really drive what we want to. My absolute favorite part of the conference always are what are called the open spaces. The conference changes from one of consumption, where you're just listening to talks, to one of full participation. You are a full participant in a conversation about how do we do things differently, what can we learn from each other, and so forth. The other community sponsor that we had was Hope OneSource. And Hope OneSource provides amazing services for folks that are experiencing homelessness. So I think it's really, really important that we as technologists look at how do I contribute to society in a way that is meaningful and impactful. And so having them here was a really special thing as well. For DevOps Days 2019, I'll give you a hint. I kind of want to do a one-day thing before we get to DevOps Days 2019. I can't tell you much about it yet. Now, in between, there are meetup groups. There's a DevOps DC meetup group that meets monthly. They typically meet on the second Tuesday of every month. There's also DevOps meetup groups in Baltimore. And of course, go to meetup.com. You can find tons of local meetups to keep this community feeling going throughout the year.